Hey guys, this is Diversity Gaming. Now we are back with another playthrough, this time in Ori and the Blind Forest.
This game is fucking amazing!
It's fucking awesome! And it kills me because we're the only ones that have played this, but that's because of its exclusivity for the most part.
Yeah, I played it on PC while he played it on Xbox One, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so we played both versions of it, so
Okay.
they're both awesome.
Yeah, the PC version, I would have recorded my own. Problem is, for some reason, this game doesn't recognize dual graphics cards.
Oh,
So I tried recording and it literally went straight to potato.
cool. Like I'm not talking like bad potato. I mean like a literal potato.
Yeah, like literally, my computer just turned into Gladys.
What? That's horrifying. Oh no, the connection.
That's all right here. This big fluffy sloth, dude.
Oh, you're back. Okay. You glitched out for a split
Oh,
second.
no.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh my god. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Now this is So yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest came out. I want to say March. Yeah, March 10th. I remember the day. God, this game's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
I can't like. This is the weird thing about recently with indie games, where you can kind of notice when an indie game is an indie game, whereas something like Guacamelee, where you can see a lot of the references and it just kind of feels secluded. Ori, I keep having a hard time trying to believe that this is an indie game.
Well, because it had a lot of funding from Microsoft, in all fairness. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
a big thing with Ori that I've noticed is just the production values are insane, especially considering everything here's a 3D model,
Yeah,
which is the first thing that surprised me about this game, because Ori's a 3D model, these environments are 3D models, except for some of the backgrounds, which are 2D.
yeah, like the trees.
It actually made animating easier for them, according to the company.
Yeah,
But yeah, one of the biggest things that I like about it is especially the intro, because my dad and a bunch of my friends that I played for this for, they thought this entire opening was a movie. They
Yeah.
didn't realize that you control pretty much most of this.
yeah. This was definitely one of those games when it was announced. I think it was announced at E3 2014. You look at it and it's like, that's a movie. That's not the game. And then you get the game and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Not only is this not a game, not a movie, there's more.
Yeah.
Way more.
This song is one of my favorites, up there with the final chase.
I have the whole soundtrack on my iPod.
Yeah.
I want to say probably the next song right after this one is my favorite.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, well, we'll not talk about that part
Yeah.
because just in case you guys haven't seen Ori before, and for some reason chose us to be the first watch.
Yeah. One of the big things about this game is that you'll notice a lot of references to stuff like Metroid. Especially in the nature of how the areas work. If that makes any sense to anyone that I'm talking to this about, especially the ending, is a giant Metroid reference
Yeah,
to how Metroids always end.
yeah. That's kind of the thing. This references. This is a very Metroidvania game,
Yeah.
but it's very only design standpoint. Like, it's the same thing with Guacamelee. I really, really like Guacamelee, but I kind of felt that the constant reference and kind of the humor of it, and of course it was humor focused, was a little, distancing. It's like,
Yeah.
this is obviously meant to be a Metroidvania game. I feel like Ori is kind of taking the style and like, oh, let's see what can come of this.
The big thing I like about this game that it distances itself from a lot of the Metroidvania games
Oh yeah.
is that they do not have. There's only like 2 abilities in this game. They're like, use X ability to go through Y colored wall. Like in Guacamelee, you had the blue walls, the
Yeah, that
green
I
things
didn't
that you
like
had to
that.
stomp through.
I didn't like
They
that
don't
either.
do that in this game, which is very nice.
Yeah, I didn't like that part of Guacamelee. Yeah, that's the funny thing. We'll get mostly in detail with this later, but most of the abilities are maneuverability focused. They're not really combat focused, but we'll get to what combat you can do later in. I think it's the next part, or maybe the end of the first part. Yeah, it's the end of the first part. Oh man, Naru, come on.
Naru.
Yeah.
Naru, the big fluffy sloth mom.
Yeah.
Sloth mom.
Yeah. It took me a while to figure out that Naru is female. Because on my second playthrough of Ori, when I was doing the
Yeah, no, that was the first thing I asked. Is like, what gender is that?
yeah, when I was doing the Let's Play for my channel, which lasted about 3 parts, I noticed that the Great Tree said, and
And she.
she took an Ori as her own. So I was like, oh, it's a mother. Okay,
Fun fact: Ori actually is a girl.
really?
Yeah, Ori's a girl.
I didn't know that.
He always refers to Ori as my child throughout the entire thing, but Ori is referred to as a she during like one tiny part, and according to the company, Ori's a girl. I thought Ori was a guy throughout the entire game until I figured that out.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking he was a guy. I think it was more of an asexual situation.
Yeah.
Or androgynous, whatever you want to say.
I think asexual is better here because
Yeah.
like they probably don't reproduce in the same exact way.
Yeah. But yeah, I never considered. That's weird. Oh well. Guess my Let's Plays were wrong.
Guess
Oh.
your Let's Plays were wrong. Guess you were always wrong.
Yeah, I'm always wrong.
Yes, you
So
are.
yeah, the Force is dying.
Yes.
Let's get back to that, shall we?
Holy shit! Looks like fucking Virginia in winter.
You guys are crying yet?
Don't worry, you'll be crying by the end of this cutscene.
How about now? See, this moment. A lot of other games have tried to have these kind of moments with, you know, a lot
Yeah.
of orchestral background, but I love the music accompaniment to this.
Yeah, because you don't need big bombastic stuff. You just need to create an actual connection between these two characters. And damn if they don't do that in this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. So how do you like it? Your mother's dead.
Not even your real mother.
Cry some
Your
more.
other parent is already dead too.
Yeah.
2 dead parents.
Well, yeah. Actually, the Great Tree is dead, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
dead for now.
Yeah. I
Like,
figured
the entire point of this game is to make sure he's not dead anymore.
I wasn't sure if it was like a subtle consciousness that was left.
His consciousness is split between all of the living, glowing denizens like Ori and the others that you find.
Okay. See, this
So
is the part
that's
where I
all
forgot
that's
that.
left.
This is the part where I forgot that I was still, you know, controlling it.
Oh yeah, whoops, my bad. Yeah, that was the biggest thing I've seen is that whenever people first play this game, they just sit there and put the controller down and watch, and then they're like,
What? What?
"Why are they not moving?"
There's a lot of death in this game.
Yeah, there is.
It's very depressing. Like, what is this? I think this game is rated E10 plus, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's not even rated teen.
Jesus.
Dude, I can't wait to show a 5th grader this.
Oh man, you're gonna crush his world.
He'd be like, "No." Oh,
Oh fuck. Come on, Ori. Yeah, just shriek while you go through the brambles, shall we? I'm not crying
did he
enough.
shriek? I thought he just whimpered.
I don't know. It sounded like a shriek.
No,
Like a
we need,
soft
we
shriek.
need to get into specific word definitions here because that's important.
Yeah. There's there's not a lot of dialogue in this game except for a character that we'll meet later
Yeah,
who's meant for exposition dumping.
dude,
Fuck.
this part of the game.
Yeah. This game's so pretty.
It is.
It's so emotional. You want to cry some more? Here, look. Fucking flower in your face.
I don't know. This scene alone just like sold the game for me when
Yeah.
I first played it.
Yeah, when I watched the first 10 minutes, which I kind of regret that I did.
Oh no, I started the game blind.
Yeah, I really wish I started the game blind. I saw the entire intro of this because I was really curious about the game. I didn't. Again, who looks at Ori and says, "Well, I'm going to be depressed"? And it's like, no, I'll just see how the game is. And you watch the intro, then you're fucking on the ground crying. Well, fuck.
Nice.
And this is where the actual game begins.
Yep.
That entire part was just an intro.
And welcome to a game that starts pretty slow paced but gets incredibly fast paced as it goes on.
Yeah, this is definitely the point where it feels like it goes a little too quickly, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I like the fact that it starts a bit fast, but
Yeah.
then my problem is it like goes to Mach speed at one point.
Yeah. You know what bothers me? There was a clearing right to the spirit tree where Ori was.
Yeah.
Why not just go there? Shit, it's in a third dimensional space. I can't go through there.
Yep.
Or the Z plane, rather. That's what I meant.
Boom.
Hey, man.
Those guys are either the easiest enemies in the game or the most annoying.
Oh, yeah. Until you get a specific ability, they're
Yeah.
one hits.
Oh, you do know there's something underneath there, right?
Yeah, I'll get it after this happens. I've gotten on the collectibles.
Okay.
So, I'm missing 5 achievements.
Chivos.
And they're really weird. Except for
ones?
the perfection runs, there's a couple that are weird.
Like the juggle a rock for X amount of time.
That, and there's also the jump 5 times without hitting the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what it wants me to do.
I believe it. I believe it means use the launch that you get later,
Oh, okay.
where you can launch off of enemies.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, we defeated creepy spider creatures.
Tutorial.
So yeah, this is Sane. This little thing is the literal light of the spirit tree.
Yeah.
So
Basically, what is left of the spirit tree, and the entire point is to go through the game and collect what little bits there are left of the spirit tree, so you can reactivate it.
yeah, Insane is the character that is going to be explaining most of the nuances of this world to you. The Forest of Nibel, rather.
Almost literally vomiting exposition. Expedition.
Well, we're going fucking everywhere in this goddamn forest. Might as well call it an expedition.
Yep.
And of course, there's a spirit tree.
Yep. The first tree I actually went down was the green tree.
Really?
I wanted, because I saw these things that just made mobility a lot easier, and I figured I'd be able to collect everything a lot sooner if I just went down that first.
I usually go for the trees in games that allow either lower casts on upgrading or more currency collecting, whatever it may be, or ability point collecting.
I always go for the stuff that lets me obtain all the stuff in the game as fast as I can because I'm a habitual completionist. Like I 100% Just Cause 2, if that tells you anything.
Jesus Christ, man!
I'm fucking killing
What is
myself
wrong
later.
with you?
A lot. Do you want alphabetically or chronologically?
Well, how long is the list?
Probably longer than this video.
Oh, okay. 17 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
Another thing, I think this may be a discussion for
Later.
maybe later. I don't know, but nah, might as well say it now. Ow. Shut up. I didn't see it.
Good job.
The thing that threw me off the most about Ori is that recently, especially this year, or maybe this year and last year, there's been a lot of games that are more like graphics oriented. Like it's more of you walking around in a very graphically intense environment. Stuff like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Yeah.
I think Ether 1 was one of them. Ether 1 was not good. But
I don't think you can compare many other games to The Vanishing of Ethan Carter because of just how realistic that thing was.
yeah. But that's kind of the thing where it feels more like you're walking around in a tech demo rather than playing a game. And I had the same thing. And for the time, Journey, which came out in 2012, for a long time I thought that it's the perfect game. But recently I've started to see that there's not a whole lot to Journey. I mean, it's mostly getting the mountain, and that's the journey. And
Well, yeah, but the best thing I can describe for that kind of game is that art is never meant to be a complicated or intricate message. It's supposed to be a very, very good telling of a simple message. In Journey's case, I guess it would be reincarnation or the cycle of life.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And so it's more of an art game, not really a tech demo.
Yeah, it's definitely more going into art and how it looks. And I kind of started to see that. But after Ori, I started playing Ori. Because the first time I saw Ori is like, oh, you're going to be walking around, you're going to be looking at things. It's not going to be that intense. Once I got my hands on Ori, I was completely wrong.
Yeah, this game's hard as shit.
Oh, yeah. If you're not paying attention for a split second, you're going to die.
Dude, deathless runs, though. What are you talking about?
Fuck you. Actually, one of the runs that I was trying to do a deathless run on, and then I failed about, I think it was after where I went to get the Elemental Waters. I think that's the point where I failed, but I figured I might as well beat the game now. So I went to the Forest of Illusion, whatever the name of that place is, and I encountered a glitch where you would fall through ground.
Nice.
It was really weird because it was only certain spots of ground, and I have to imagine it had to do with the layering of the objects on the X-plane. Because I would just go straight through stuff, and if I had still been on that death run, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, with me, I don't know if I've said this before, but after I beat my first run, I decided to be masochistic as hell and play through the game with a deathless, no upgrade, under 3-hour run.
I can't imagine that's possible.
It probably is.
Maybe if you breathe the game.
Yeah, if you literally breathe the game like some speedrunners do with games.
Yeah. But guys, that's the end of the first part of Ori. Join us next time for part 2.
Yep. See ya.